guys, good morning. Welcome to my YouTube page. This is S&A Travels. My name is Paul, and today being 7 July 2025, it's good that we don't just talk about visas, but we also talk about the mental preparation of people who are planning to get visas, planning to travel to countries, and get detailed information and be well prepared mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually for every journey they are embarking on. So today I'm going to be talking about recent things we've been seeing in most cases with some of our applicants, and even from other places, people we see, and even online videos and all sorts of things we see online. So basically I'm going to be speaking human as much as I've also traveled abroad to work, and I know what it is for most people who go abroad to work. Understanding the feelings that settling down in most of these countries is not always an easy process, especially even if you don't go with a direct employment. Most of these jobs are never going to be easy, except even people that do collar jobs as doctors, as nurses. Yeah, they work extra hours, they work from their noses, and sometimes they don't find it very easy. So most of the time, it's good to educate ourselves and to prepare, especially for people who are first-time travelers and even people who have traveled before. I know those who have traveled before, I've had one exposure or the other. And this video, I hope it's going to go viral, or it's going to go far, so that it can be able to educate a whole lot of our people who are planning to migrate. I don't know if to use the word Japa, who are planning to migrate, through legal means or through the tourist route, to sort themselves to different countries and, to make a life or to get a life for themselves. So basically, when we talk about traveling, as a travel agent, there are short-term plan traveling and there are long-term plan traveling. And if we categorize it, basically, there are some countries that if you go to, your goal should not be long-term. Your goal should be short-term. Countries like the Gulf countries, like the Asian countries, majorly most of all these Asian and Gulf countries are short-term goal travels. You want to just go there, maybe you have a business or you have a work to go and teach English. You just want to go and you want to come back, maybe 4 or 5 years, you want to stay there, make some money, and you want to come back to your country and maybe establish something or plan or strategize again and travel to a better country. Yeah. And long-term goal countries are countries that people who want to go to Australia, that they know that staying in Australia maybe for 5 years, going to Canada maybe for 6, 4, 5 years, there's hope for them of getting citizenship or getting their permanent residency. Yeah, basically. Or people who plan to go to UK now, the policy is changing as well. Or people who plan to go to most of these European countries that have faster access to presidency, maybe like Poland, maybe like Netherlands, yeah, or maybe like Italy, maybe like France as well. Yes, so most of the time, this is one thing I've noticed with most of our applicants that even send us there. One, with the current situation of our country, everybody just wants to leave. And at that point, there is no patience. That's why you see that people will come to ask you, what country do you have now? I don't mind. I was interviewing someone yesterday and I was asking, why do you want to go to this country? Do you have the skills? Have you studied about this country? The person doesn't have a basic knowledge about the country, no view about the country, how does your skill, how does your life match with how will that country benefit the kind of life you're living? For example, somebody who is into construction, if you go to most of these European countries, there's construction jobs everywhere. You will explore. If you're a plumber, if you're a tiler, you will explore because your services are needed almost in every country, every part of the world. Even in Nigeria, there are construction jobs going on daily basis. So I see no country where somebody who is into construction will say he got to a country and he didn't get a construction job, except the person doesn't want to work. There is no country on this planet Earth that construction is not going on. So you have people don't understand that you have to sit down and understand the pattern of what your skills are and how we match the country you're willing to go to. So briefly, I'll be giving an instance. So for those of you who, we as agents, our role and our responsibility most of the time is that we have access to information, sometimes faster than the way individuals or applicants have access to information. We have connect. It's just like agents that help people to find house. There can be a little domain here now, and you go and meet an agent and they will tell you there's no house in that area. And you will meet another agent, that agent will tell you there's a house in that area, and you will get an house, a legit one in that area. What is the difference? Information and connect. People they know and the information they have. That's the difference. So that's what makes us agent. That's what makes our people applicants. We are same human being. All of us are aspiring for a better life. But what makes us different is the access to information, the kind of people we know, and how much experience we've gathered on this job, basically. So, for example, now I am an agent, and my agency focuses on, let's say, tourism visas, work visas to few countries. The work visas are not to countries, so-called perfect developed countries like Australia, like Canada, like Italy, like France, like Netherlands, like Poland, like Norway, like Switzerland. It's very difficult, and most of our people know this, that it is very, very difficult to get work permits to most of these countries. And if you even get a work permit, there is no guarantee that you're going to get a visa to most of these developed countries. We've had experience with Poland. We've had experience with Hungary before they stopped issuing the 2 years work permit as of last year, December. We've had experience with Lithuania. We are even currently having experience with Serbia. Currently, as we speak, we get work permit, but you apply for visa and your visa is being refused. And let me tell you one funny thing. Why have this visa? If you look at, I've taken my time to analyze most of the reasons why this visa have refused. They will state that the reason why you want to come to the country, you would violate their rules by maybe going to the border, crossing the border illegally, or you don't have a justifiable reason for coming to the country. When you have a work permit issued by their Ministry of Labour for you to come and work. So these things, sometimes when we see it, it looks insane for us. Like, why all these refusals and all this rejection? So most of the time, we explore people to go to countries where, you spend your money and you are going to go to get the result. In most cases, most of these countries are not developed countries. Most of these countries are developing countries. A very good example is Belarus. Recently, last year, December, January, we started getting work permit invitation from Belarus for people to go and work. Mostly those jobs are construction jobs, and mostly those salaries are very poor, and mostly those jobs are very, very, very stressful. Yes, are very, very, very stressful. You have to say these things because we are human. Our brothers that are going to do this job are humans. They complain. Yes, it is not easy. Of course, definitely. As well, even the developed countries that we are talking about, it is not easy anyway. The only advantage is that the pay are higher. I was telling someone yesterday that in Belarus, for example, you're working for a day and they are paying you $15 per day. For example, if you're working in the UK or maybe in Canada, for example, they are paying you per hour. For example, you're earning maybe $15 per hour. That is your 1 day salary in Belarus. That is the difference. But the question that lies down, is it easy to get a work visa to Canada and Australia? Is it easy to get a work visa to Norway? Let us tell ourselves the truth. If we have Norway work visas, we won't be selling Belarus. What's in Belarus? But we are selling because there is much desperation for people to travel to these countries. And when you tell them to be patient, they will just better leave your side and go to another agent. And they will still engage them in going to the same country. Yes, of course. So recently, some of our clients who went to Belarus, I personally instructed them that these jobs are not easy. People come to your DM and they will beg you, I want to go. Yes, oh, this, that, I can survive. Don't worry. When they get there, they will start sending you courses. Why did you send me to come and do this kind of job? And I will be like, and I will ask questions. Did I force you to that country? You came to my DM, you want to go. This same thing I'm talking about. I wish, these are the reasons why we make this video, so that people can be well educated. If you know you don't want to go to these underdeveloped countries, you have to be very patient. And if you are not patient, it means you just want to travel anyhow. That's the truth about it. It means you just want to travel anyhow. So basically, another person was in my DM begging that I should please help him with Belarus work visa. And that same yesterday, a client was complaining to me, the job is bad, they are not finding it easy. This, that. I said, did I inform you before you left, or I didn't inform you? Did I tell you it's an easy job? You say, I should not worry, you will go, you will survive, you will do this, you got there and you are making us look like a devil. Come on, for God's sake. Let us honor our job and let us respect whatsoever we are doing. So this is going to bring me to a conclusion for us to understand that there is no country you want to go to. I have friends in the UK that do two jobs. He works as a cleaner, he works as a security. Because he needs to meet bills. They are paying him higher, yes, but he's working extra to meet up with his bills. So if you're in the UK, will you say, it's not easy, this, that, you can't do jobs? How will you meet up with your bills? So there is no job, there is no country you want to find yourself that any job is easy. Recently, a female client has gone to Belarus, working in a where they cut chicken. was complaining to her agent that the job is stressful. And I thought of it in my mind. If you go to Canada and you are working in that kind of place in Canada, you will still complain about the same kind of job. If you say the salary is poor, you decided to go. We told you the salary is bad, but you decided to choose it with serious apologies in our DM. And you went there, you got there, you are now complaining. These are one of those things that, you know, makes people to be very inhuman. So please, I'm sending this to my applicants, to my clients, to people who have known me very well, and to people who have done business with us very well. Please, if you know you don't want to go to underdeveloped countries, currently now I have Albania. Somebody sent me a DM. I want to go. Please help me. And I asked one simple question. What they are requesting for a tailor, seamstress, and a barrister, and the working hours are 10 hours, and your salary is 500 euros. And I asked one simple question. I said, can you do that kind of job? Are you sure you can do it? I can bet with you that when that person gets to Albania, for example, now, I can bet with you that that person will start complaining in your DM that that job is not easy. Those people want to kill me. And funny enough, I had a client who went to Albania with a tourist visa. When he got there, he told me, bro, if anybody is coming to this country, just tell them if you are not ready to work, don't come, because here they don't play. You come here to work and to face serious business. So you know, I'll be giving few instances because I think maybe this scenario is affecting most of our first-time travelers in most cases, and even people who have previously traveled before. You know, I will share testimony of two brothers. One is a friend of mine, and one was somebody I met in Kazakhstan. When I was in Bahrain, there was a friend of mine that we stayed in the accommodation together. And luckily, he got a job in a factory. He's a big boy in Nigeria. He owns a factory, he owns a store, he owns a truck. You know, he has boys working under him, not one, not two, not three. And you know, I was amazed that he could bring himself so low. We used to work for 10 hours, 8 hours, sometimes we do overtime, 2 hours. In the factory, they will stand from morning till night. This guy will be loading machine. Sometimes they will change him to where they are making those tubes in the factory in Berlin. He doesn't complain. When he gets home, we were roommates. He will be tired and restless. He will eat and he will just, in fact, he will sleep off till the next morning again. He doesn't have anything to do with his life. He's just making that money. We still talk and he's still there. Most of the time when I post complaints about people saying they want to go abroad and you know the jobs are not easy, he will just laugh. He will just put an emoji of a laugh that people don't really understand what abroad is. You think it's easy, you want to come and be flexing. It's not all about flexing. You want to go and work to make that money. It's stressful. It's not all jobs that are easy. Yes, that's just the fact we have to get to at the back of our mind. He's still in Bahrain and he's earning his money and he's living his life. Another example is one of brother I met in Kazakhstan. You know, he started very low. He was staying in the hostel where there were about 20 people, both white and black, were staying in the hostel. That was a humble beginning. You know, some people will get abroad and will be like, this accommodation, they kept me. Even me that I'm speaking to you, I stayed in hostel. Before we started engaging in our lives and we started developing. It's always a gradual process at the beginning stage. So most of us need to understand this. Maybe because we see people on social media in the UK, in this country, that are posting their apartment for us. Some people slept on the street. Some people slept in churches without apartment for years before they settled down. So there are these things we need to understand. You don't just get abroad and you want to start exploring, or you want to start picking money on the street, or you think you're just going to get one office job and you go and be sitting down there and you'll be counting money and you will close by 8, or you will close, do 8 hours work and you will close and you will leave. So there are these things we need to understand, that there is a growth, there is a process, there is a stage to getting it in life when you are moving abroad. For example, so this brother, he was staying in the hostel, you know, he will be going for English teaching jobs in different centers, going for English teaching jobs in different centers. Today, he has brought his wife, he brought his kid to Kazakhstan. He is not earning the perfect salary yet. He is not living a perfect life yet. Then, he used to go from centers to centers just to receive 10,000 tenge. 10,000 tenge is about $20 or thereabout. Just to receive little money then. Now he works in a university. He is lecturing in a university in Kazakhstan. He started from an humble beginning. There was a day I used to get job contract from all these local Kazakhstan people. So the contract was a road job. There's a way they till those bad roads with a drilling machine. That machine, I did it for 20 minutes. I was sweating. That brother was stealing that machine because he needed to meet up with his bill. He wasn't complaining. That job he did then was very stressful. Now he's lecturing. Everything in life are in stages. Please, for those of you who are aspiring to move abroad, in fact, maybe saying a Netherlands you dey go. Please listen and listen carefully. It's not everything that you will think is a soft life abroad. Let's get this straight. One of our content creator, one of our big content creator was saying some people moved to Malta recently and we're complaining in his DM that this Malta, the cost of living is higher, this country, this. There is no way you want to move to. If you move to US today, I'm telling you, you will not find it on a soft ground landing so easily like that. You might easily adapt because it's an English speaking country. And lastly, one thing I want to say, for those of you who are planning not to move to English speaking countries, please imbibe the culture of integrating into every country's system. Don't believe that you have to go to where they are speaking English all the time. There are more to countries who don't speak English than countries that speak English. I tell you for a fact. There are more to it. You need to learn the language. You need to integrate yourself into the system and the process. I'm passing this message with so much level of understanding for our people that jobs abroad are not easy. And that's why many people, when sometimes they ask me, do you have direct employment? I'll be like, you want to go and engage yourself into slavery. Because that job now, they will tell you will do 12 hours and you will not be able to leave that job now. You have to do it. When I tell people, go abroad, find a job of your choice. Take your time so that you can select your kind of job. If you go with direct employment, come and do construction. So the person that messaged me yesterday, for example, saying, can he do a construction job? He was asking me that can he be able to do 2 jobs. In my mind, I was laughing. You will do construction job for 10 hours. You want to go and do another job again, my brother, you break down. How do you want to survive? Even if you are in Australia, how do you want to survive? My friend who is in Canada, he is a student. He's working as that guy is a big boy in Nigeria. He has Benz. He's doing construction job in Canada. I'm not saying it's all over that is very, very hard. But the basic thing I'm saying is that for those of us that we know that you are in the East, most of our applicants, most of the content creators, most of these bloggers, when they come, they will be saying agents are bad. I can tell you, there's a client now, the parent said he wants to come back to Nigeria from Belarus. He went there to school. They were begging me. This boy, the parents, they were saying maybe he should go to Tajikistan. I said, Tajikistan, to do what? I got admission for him to Belarus last year. They said the country is bad. I didn't message them that please let your boy come and go because I want to collect my money. I didn't disturb them. After a year, after like 6 months again, around November, they started begging me, hey, let this boy go. He just wants to leave Nigeria. I said, don't let him travel. You people should be patient now. Just be patient a little bit. They said, no, the Nigeria don't tire him. Make him just go one country. He will go survive for there. I have all the voice note on my phone. All the messages, I have it on my phone. They were begging and crying, please let him go. I said, hey, at the end of the day, if this boy go now, you will be saying it's me that took him there. It's me that did this for him. As an agent, you came to meet me to do something for you. I rendered my best advice. And you said, no, he must go there. Now he went there now. You are complaining to me, my dear, again, that I'm the one that took your boy there. Was I the one who paid for the money to carry your boy there? I wasn't the one. I wasn't there. You were begging me. Please, in the name of God, please help us process it for him. Help us do this for him. So please, I'm begging us. For those of you who know that you don't want to just go to any other country, you have to be very patient. And you know one thing about our green passport now, we know vividly that visa is very difficult to get. Every day, every country are locking up their borders. Every blessed day, every country keeps changing their visa policies. Yes, as easy as Belarus visa that we used to get then last year, early this year, I can tell you now, as we are speaking today, 7th July, any of you who lives in Nigeria, who have anybody in Nigeria, on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, just tell anybody to pass through Belarus embassy and see the number of crowd you will see in Belarus embassy. Just tell anybody to pass through Kuwait embassy. The way people are blocked that people should not go to Kuwait. Go and see the way people are. There are over 100 people on queue planning to go and get a Kuwait visa at the Kuwait embassy in Abuja, in Maitama here. Ask me the reason why people are going there. Because they've tried Norway, they've tried Russia, they've scammed them of work visa. They've tried Iceland, they've scammed them. Some of them are over 45 years. No school is going to accept them. Even if they get admission, there are higher chances that embassies will refuse their visa. Because truly, they are not going for study. They know, the embassy knows that those people get to those countries, they will not go there and go and study. They will divert to something else. So even the embassies are wising up. Even those countries are wising up. So many people don't want to go to school. Yes, school is the best route, but many people are even above the age of schooling. Many people are above the age of schooling. Many are above the age of schooling. So how do you get those visas? And everybody wants to live to Nigeria. Everybody wants to leave Nigeria. Okay, the little countries that are giving, those countries are hard. I will tell people in my DM, those countries are very hard. It is not easy. Salaries are very, very low. Even Serbia that we are selling, salaries are 500 euros. Albania, salaries are very, very low. If you decide to go to any of these countries, please don't be looking for agents to blame. The agents carry you and force you. I don't understand. The agent carry you, go put inside plane. That you will do video for you on the day you are traveling. Thank you, I got my visa. Did they force you to make that video that you'll be happy? This last female that went, she was jumping for joy. Finally, I'm leaving Nigeria. She got there. They got a good job for her to be where they are cutting chicken. She said the job is stressful, that they should change job for her. She cannot do it. My people, we need to change our orientation about migration. If you know you want to go to the best of country, you have to be the most patient to get a best result. You have to be the most patient. And many of us, I know, many people are in my DM, many of us are not patient. Somebody was messaging me the other day, I just want to go to UK. I asked a simple question, what route do you want to go? I don't mind, just any route, even if it's tourist visa. He now asked me, can I convert tourist visa? And I asked him back, have you read online that you can convert tourist visa, or you can use the tourist visa to work in the UK? If I process tourist visa for you now and they grant you that tourist visa, and you get there and you are frustrated, you will now say it's one agent that carried you there. How? Another agent will just tell him, yes, now you can convert, you can work as a driver, you can do this, you can do that. They will fool them, and at the end of the day, because of impatience and lack of information, lack of education, most of our people don't read. They don't educate themselves about things. They just want to just travel. I tell you, for example, somebody who goes to Brazil to go and give birth is better than somebody who is pursuing 15 years of residency in one country and you've wasted billions of naira and you can't show any result for it. Those are the facts. These are facts. When you are traveling, this is my best advice for all of us. Get information. Be very patient. Sometimes visas are not just about money. I tell you for a fact. Get information and be very patient. It will shock some of them that some people are moving to Europe with tourist visas because they have some information in their hands. If you tell them work visa, they will tell you they are not interested. If you tell them student visa, they will tell you they are not interested. They prefer to move to Europe with tourist visa. And I can tell you that there are many people in Europe today with tourist visas that they are thriving better than people in Europe with student visas and even with work visas. Yes, people that have the right information with them. Every day I go to the airport, I have a contact in the airport, both Lagos and Abuja, and when we speak, the Air France airlines and all of these big airlines, they always ask me a question: why are your people traveling with tourist visas every day? The airline, when they are boarding people, 90% of people who travel from Nigeria are boarded with tourist visas to Europe. You think they are fools? They are not fools. Get your information. I am not saying you should go to Europe with tourist visa. If you don't have the right information, life will frustrate you. You go suffer. You go sleep street tire. So please, let us take responsibility. If you choose to go to Tajikistan and you meet an agent to process it for you, if the agent deceive you that there's life in Tajikistan, there's life in Mongolia, and you go there, please don't come online and start mesmerizing with the names of people. You decided to go there yourself. They don't force you, put you inside plane. People are going to Palau, Guam now. They go anyhow. I've been doing my Morocco packages now. Some people will message me, I want to go to I say, my brother, if you go to Morocco, if you get visa and you get there, I didn't tell you to go there. You decided to message me and go there yourself. Life is hard there, salary is low. If you go there, you face the responsibility yourself. You take responsibility yourself. So guys, this is just my few message for us today. It's not the visa package I'm going to come to tell you guys as usual. It's about the reality, eating the truth on the nail. Please, when you travel abroad, prepare your mind for easy landing and for a hard landing. Don't use all those social media people that come to post sweet things for us, that come to tell us they bought a house in 3 years. In that 3 years, if you ask some of them what they went through in their first month of arriving in that country, some people were crying, they were drinking their tears at night. Some people as they are drawing shit here, they are drawing shit there. Did they tell you those stories? They are not telling you. They are only seeing the good side of the lives they are living. They are not telling you the kind of jobs they are doing. They are not telling you how they are packing shit. Somebody that cannot cut chicken, if you get to UK, can you pack shit? Can you clean? Can you do care work? Is that one not more irritating? So guys, let's tell ourselves the truth. Immigration is a very, very tricky thing. If you are planning to migrate, this is my best advice for you: be very, very patient. If you want to go to the best of countries, if you are not patient, you just end up anywhere. And when you end up anywhere, you know, you face the reality that comes with it. So guys, let us have a lovely day. I hope this video is going to go viral. Let's share with our friends. Let's share with people. Let's make it get to people who needs to see this video. That migration is not just a thing you rush to do. You need to get the detailed information, and you need to plan, and you need to be patient to get results. Guys, let us have a lovely day. Thank you once again. S&A Travels. Bye.